Hello and welcome to Fantasy of the Geeks. This is a review of the Dark Eldar Codex, or at least the first impressions. I've not had a chance to look through all the fluff yet. I'm here with Claire.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello again.
So this is what we've obtained today, as well as the Void Bomber. Raven, whatever. If you haven't seen the video on that, please have a look at it, just so you can see it together and just some tips on how we put it together. Okay, so we've got the Raiders of... Sounds like somewhere in Wales. We've got the Dark Eldar book. It does.
Just upset all the Welsh people.
I like the Welsh people. Some of my best friends are Welsh people. And Scottish people. And Irish people.
But not English people.
Well, you know. Of course. We've got the cards here, so let's start with the cards. We'll open the cards up. Really?
They are hard to open up, those.
Right, got it. Right, here's the cards. We've got some combat drug cards in there. You see that on the camera. Maybe I can zoom in. Whee. There we go.
Didn't know the Dark Eldar dealt in drugs.
Oh, they do. Big time.
Oh, they've got little hearts on the back.
Have they? Oh yeah, of course they have.
Oh. Play cards.
There you go. So we've got them ones. We've got them ones. And obviously the combat drug cards. There you go. All information on. So again, pretty good, especially if you are really into your data cards and you want something easy rather than having to write everything down. Pretty useful again. Pretty useful again. So there they are. And they all fit into this rather difficult to open box.
Unless you have nails.
Unless you have nails. Or just hit it a few times. So yeah, really cool. I'm liking the data cards a lot.
They're handy.
Yeah, they're
like
handy.
You say, rather than like writing stuff down, they're very
Yeah.
handy to have if you can get hold of them.
If you can get hold of them, yeah, because they sold out in about 2 days. Aren't
Sold
they?
out of
Yeah.
the Nagash ones.
We never got the Nagash.
never got
Never
the
got a chance
Nagash.
for that, so that's why we pre-ordered these.
Yeah.
Which was a good thing because it sold out again in 2 days. Although if you check your local Games Workshops, you know what you might be able to find. I know Preston Games Workshop's still got a copy of Space Hulk left. At this point, it may have been sold by now. But give them a ring. Give them a ring before you go to avoid disappointment. So here's the Dark Eldar book. Here it is, as we've been used to. Very nice book. I do like the codexes. I like the new format of the codex as well. I know some people don't, but I do prefer it. So we've got the obvious artwork in here and a lot of fluff. So like myself, I have no idea what colour I'm going to paint with Dark Eldar. Because even though I've had them for quite a while now, I've never painted them. I've always liked this purple theme, the Cabal of the Lost Hatred. I like that. That was tempting. It's very tempting to do that one, in fact. We've also got these ones here. We've got the Cabal of the Dying Sun, which is a cool name. And the Severed. And the histories of the Lords of the Iron Thorn, which is another one I'm considering doing, and I'll get to that in the painting guide later. Broken Sigil, and some more information about Blades for Hire, Incubi, stuff like that. We've got the Dark Eldar campaign against Grey Shroud, and then we've got some information on witch cults, and so on. So quite a lot of information to go through. So I haven't read this yet. The bits I have read look really cool. Got into the Covens now. And so on, and then a little bit about the Harlequins as well, which will be interesting. I do have some Harlequins for my Eldar army, so like an interesting. The Cabal of Flayed Skull, yes, they're also in the Raiders of Cromwell book. And then just information again on the history of the Dark Eldar, more than in the previous codex. I did check that out last night, and this, just on a cursory glance, it's got even more information in. And then obviously you've got the painting areas, showing you the really cool painted models to aspire to, in my case. The war gear list is there. Let's see if you can zoom in. There's the war gear list. There you go. With all your different war gears, and then obviously we've got the pages here and here with the courts and the new Archon model, which is out next week. See if we can get on there. It's the model that's out next week. Not too sure on this model myself.
It looks like he's hugging himself.
It does. I don't like the Potg scene, I'm going to be honest. I do not like it. It's the first time I've seen a Games Workshop model I've really not taken to for a long time. Although in the White Dwarf it does show a lot of conversions of him, and he is compatible with the box set of the normal warriors and probably the witches as well. So conversion possibilities, yeah, there's a lot there. And I could see quite a few different conversions, but I'm still quite a fan of my old metal Archon that I've got. And I think he looks better than this dude, as he is. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good conversions for him coming up. And we've also got the Court of the Archon. We've got Succubi. Again, another new model, the Succubi. There we go. If you haven't seen the picture already, that's out next week as well. And that is an awesome looking model. That one I'm going to get because I think she just looks amazing.
There's lots of motion in that model.
Like the stance, I like the weapons, this like oversized, massively powered weapon that would probably break a wrist. I just like it. Cool. We've got Lilith here, which is a model I already have. Again in metal. That's how long I've had it. Still unpainted. But hopefully very soon that'll be sorted out. The new, we've got the new Homunculus model there. Zoom out a little bit. New Homunculus model, Homunculus, however you say it, which is a fantastic looking model in my opinion. I liked it, but I'm not collecting the Homunculus type stuff or the racks or the pain engines. I'm going for speed and raiders and witch cults and Cabalites over the covens. But again, I do have that model because I got that when it came out, again in metal, and he's awesome. Drazar, there's Drazar. So Drazar's still there. And that's the end of the character section, I'm afraid. That's it, they've eliminated all the other characters that were in the previous books. So sorry for that, but you're not going to see them again, at least until the next Codex, or if you do any supplements maybe in White Dwarf, which I would imagine they'd do if they fancy doing. But that's it for the characters. Now we're on to troops. We've got the Cabalite warriors and the witches. Obviously as standard. They've all got the power from pain rule, which I'll get to at the end. We've got the incubi and the mandrakes, which are the elite's choices for the army, along with racks and grotesques. Fantastic models. I've seen these in the store. They are fantastic models, but again I don't have any of them because that's not the route I'm going. I'm being rather selective with my Dark Eldar army as opposed to normal, just buying everything. Fast attack now, got Beastmasters. Don't have a Beastmaster yet, but I'm loving the idea of the Beastmaster and the fact he can have all these beasts in his unit. It's amazing. He can have 1 to 12 of all the beasts that we see there, which is the Razorwing Flocks, Clawed Fiends, and the Chimera. So yeah, there you go. Good stuff. The Raiders and the Venoms, they're just transports really. Can also be taken as fast attack options, and nothing too different I think from that. The Raiders got Deep Strike, the Venoms got Deep Strike, and Night Vision, which all is very useful if you're playing towards the strength of the Dark Elder, which is not being there on the first turn. And more fast attack, got Reavers and Hellions. Again, 2 more of my personal favourites. Love these guys, the Hellions. Got a 10 of them, and 6 Reavers. So I've also got the Razorwing Jet Fighter, something I don't own because I never got that last time. Might be a purchase in the future. And we've got some Scourges too. Again, I don't own these guys, at least not these ones. I've got some of the old metal ones, but if I was going to use them I would get a new box set because they do look amazing. And the Talos and the Kronos, again, nothing new there as far as I can see. We've got the Ravager, I do own one of them, and again that's got Deep Strike, which is really handy, and same sort of things, it can be given Dark Lances or Disintegrate Cannons, so there's nothing new there. The Void Raven Bomber, which you'll see in the other video that I've done, it's 160 points, that one. And as I might have said in another video, it can have implosion missions, I can't speak now, put my teeth in, implosion missiles or shatterfield missiles, and I went for the implosion missiles just because I like them. I like the idea of imploding somebody from the inside. And I also went for the to replace the dark sides with void lances. Or it says there, it's the other way around. But I went for the lances anyway, as in the picture in front of you, if you've not seen the video. So there we go. It also comes with the void mines as well, which is an interesting thing with void mine, because you could, I didn't think I mentioned it, but you can have it in an up or a down position, like it's going to drop. It seems like an odd little thing to put in the model, but it's also a nice little touch that you can change the position of the bomb.
Yeah, so it's not just box standard
Static.
across the range. If you get quite a few of them, you can have some that are like up, some that are ready for launching.
Yeah, so the arm's actually down, so it's away from the base, and then the pipes you just don't glue to the bomb. So it's like they're detached, ready for the bomb to be dropped. I went for the sort of like in the hold position, so it could be like it's just flown down from space, not ready to fire yet. So these are obviously the heavy spot choices, and this is the formation in there, the Calbite Raiding Party, which consists of an Archon, a quarter of the Archon, a unit of Incubi, I'll zoom in on that, there you go, 6 units of Warriors, Scourges, a Ravager and Hellions. Those are the restrictions for the unit. You must have Raiders, so you're going to need another 6 Raiders in there, or Venoms, so you're going to need a Raider or a Venom for the Incubi, 1 for the Court, an Archon. So you're going to need quite a few vehicles. I do have quite a few vehicles, but I've got 3 units of Warriors, so I'd have to buy more Warriors for that. So I don't think I'll be playing towards this formation. However, those are the advantages of getting it there, so quite good. Yeah, have a look at that. So there we go. So awesome. And then we've got the armory as usual. Warlord traits table is there, and the power from pain rule table, which is there. Which at the start of each turn you look up which turn it is from 1 to 6 plus, and then you apply that rule to the you apply those rules to your army. Anyone who's got the power from pain rule. So if you take a lot of warriors and stuff like that, they've all got power from pain. So on turn 2 they start with a 6 plus feel no pain, and to normal 5 plus. Then they get the furious charge as well. Then they get fearless as well. Then they lose fearless for some reason, and then they don't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. They get enraged. There you go. So they get more and more. Get more vicious, get more and more resilient.
Makes them a nightmare to go up against.
Yeah. So again, that's where I'm going for Raiders with Deep Strike. Not really coming in on the first turn, so not coming in with no bonuses. And then on the turns afterwards, they're starting to get the bonuses, starting to turn up. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. And then obviously we've got the armory and all the details in the armory and all the ranged weapon rules and war gear, and so on and so forth. So that is pretty much the standard sort of new looking Codex. Dark Eldar do look a very interesting race. So I haven't played them much, as I never actually got around to painting the army, so I only know what I can remember from the Codex, what I flicked through about last night. But this one does seem like an improvement. Overall, I do like the look of it, and there's a lot of information there I need to read.
I think all the new Codex are an improvement on the last slot. They're a lot more in-depth and nicer to flick through, I think.
I know people wouldn't agree, but I think they're more balanced as well when you start going through them. And I know they've got rid of a lot of their old characters, because obviously they never made models for them. And I think that's a good thing, really, rather than other things in the book that there's no model for.
Yeah.
I know people could do conversions for them and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't have the skill or the time to do a conversion, and then are a bit of a disadvantage. But you know, it's my opinion. I like having everything in that they've got in the Codex. Yeah. So if they're not going to do characters, they need to get rid of them.
Definitely, yeah.
And then for Warhammer, they need to kill them off, like they are doing at a prestigious rate. Right, so here's the painting guide, which is something I hope they're going to do more of, because the painting guide is quite impressive. I've had a flick through this as well. So again, there's a lot of fluff material in the painting guide, a lot of information about the different cabals and colour schemes as well. See that? There's this guy.
He looks cool.
He's in the book later on. Sort of a bone coloured armour. I do like it.
Hmm.
And we've got them. It shows you like a pretty good armour. I think that one's been in White Dwarf.
Oh, there he is.
And there's the bone coloured incubi, which look really cool.
They do actually. I like that colour on.
Yeah.
Then again, I like red, so.
Yeah, it's sort of a scab blood
Yeah.
red from the old like scab red colours that we used to have. And then mandrakes and so on. So again, some interesting colour streams. Colour streams. Yeah. Schemes. Cult of Strife, which is one I do like a lot.
Yeah.
I like the dark and I like the red tattoos type things. And of course, because I've got the model of Lilith.
Yeah.
And then she's part of the Cult of Strife. And then information and ideas now to paint the markings. So I'm going to have a proper good read through this before I decide which cults or cabals, or maybe even two different ones that complement each other. The Prophets of Flesh, which have been in the White Dwarf. There's some information on them. Obviously with the hand symbol. There we go. And then these Lords of the Iron Throne, which is another one I like the look of because it's completely different. Just because they've used a metallic on the dark art, which is a bit unusual, and I do like it. I'm not sure whether it's too much like some of my other armies, or I want to do something completely different.
As nice as it looks a bit like patchwork.
It does, and reading the background, these are the guys that supply the Dark Elder Vect and the main cabals with all their weapons and all the vehicles.
Right.
They're the main forward ones after being put back and deposed at some point in history. They've got one of the oldest cabals. They did something wrong. I think they made a play for power, but they managed to get the power back by being the ones that supply these things. So
Right.
and they're meant to be second to none.
Oh.
Which, when you look at how these are painted at least, they're pretty much got quite a bit of weathering on them, dented weathering. So it makes you wonder. They look a bit more battle worn. And even though I like the look of that, it doesn't really fit into the background as well as I thought it would. So my initial thing was I liked these, but when I read a bit of the background I thought, well, they look a bit patchwork, like you say.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit with them being the best,
No.
in my opinion. But that's just my own opinion. People will disagree. And it's a great colour scheme. Obviously, if you're going to paint it, you probably want to water down that purple, but it looks really cool. And obviously, this will tell you exactly how to do it. So we have some more pictures on them. And then we've got the painting guides, and that's the guy we saw at the beginning of the book with the bone armour. It does look pretty cool. I like the fact that they've used that. It looks like a biker's helmet, or it could be like a pilot's helmet. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it
So you
gives him
can
a bit
zoom in on
of mystery about him, so you don't know who
Yeah.
he is.
Zoom in on that. See how cool it is. I think this has been in other things, because I've seen it before, I'm sure I have, unless it was just in White Dwarf as a preview for this, but it does look really cool. That's using the new model of the Archon, by the way, and that's been converted. So like I said, there are some really good conversions you can do with them. I think this looks 100 times better than the actual
Yeah.
model,
Just a little.
original anyway. And there we go. That's what I think. People will disagree. Good. Wouldn't be good if everyone just agreed. So yeah, that's the Saberite colours for same cabal. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So you can see there's a lot of painting guides in here. And there's the Cult of Strife, which is one I'm definitely considering. Human colours, the racks. I mean, I was talking to the store manager, and even after like years and years of painting, he said he still learned things from these books. So I think they're well worth it. There's always something more to learn, I think. So there you go. Four techniques. and some pictures at the back. So there we go, that's the paint guide. I like it. I think we should do some more of them. Especially when I've got armies that I don't know how I'm going to paint. It's very helpful.
We found the Space Wolves one very good.
We did. It was really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a lot of interesting information in as well.
Yeah, it did, actually. And it was very handy. But there we go. So that's the Dark Elder. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video of the Dark Elder. And I hope I've answered some questions you may have had on there. If you've got any questions you want me to answer, please ask in the comments. I shall try and get back to you as soon as possible. But thanks for watching. And we'll be back soon with some more Games Workshop goodness. And some more games that we're playing. And they'll start advertising Halloween now because we're going to do some Halloween specials. We're going to do some Halloween gaming and of the computer variety and of the playing zombies variety. We're going to devise a zombie scenario. Yeah. For Halloween.
For Halloween.
The zombie scenario. Pardon?
Sorry, I don't know. Ghost.
Alright.
Rent a Ghost.
Rent a Ghost.
Rent a Ghost.
I thought you were going to say it was Patrick Swayze for a moment.
No.
No.
Too soon.
Because he really is a ghost now. Oh well, shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Too soon. It's not funny yet. Got to observe the rule of South Park. It's not funny yet. Okay. I reprimand myself and apologise for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're nattering on now about things that are nothing to do with Dark Elder. So thanks for bearing with us while we're doing that. And we'll see you again soon.
Bye
Bye for now.